Yang berhormat Encik Hazland Keramong Macan.
Terima kasih Tuan Sri Speaker. Soalan saya nombor 120.
Thank you, Tan Sri the Thomas Speaker, sir. For the information of the Honourable Member for Machan, for the world to transform into a net zero carbon future, the technical-based solution is the preferred solution as compared to the nature-based solution. And carbon storage, carbon capture, usage and storage is the most powerful, the most effective, and the most accurate method to achieve this transformation. Carbon capture is actually a process whereby the carbon dioxide emitted by the industrial plants are captured in two ways. One is through the chemical method, secondly through direct air capture, or DAC. And the captured carbon dioxide is liquefied and then transported either by ships for the offshore storage or through pipelines for the onshore storage. And the carbon dioxide, the liquefied carbon dioxide, is stored either in the geological formations, that is in the saline aquifer under the seabed, which Sarawak has, and also in the depleted oil wells, which Sarawak has 1,665 depleted oil wells. And so we can imagine the amount of potential storage for carbon dioxide, which is about 9 billion tons, as compared to nature-based solution through our carbon sink with an estimated carbon storage of 750 million tons to about 1 billion tons. So that is why Sarawak is focusing and aggressively going towards CCUS industry. Sarawak is also outside the ring of fire, meaning that Sarawak's location is a very stable location. And in the world, there are only 3 such locations, which are in the North Sea in Norway, secondly in the United States of America, somewhere near Houston, and third is in the waters of Sarawak, and a little bit in the east coast of West Malaysia. The CCUS industry for Sarawak is focused more on transboundary carbon storage, meaning that we are going to store other people's carbon. For example, the carbon emitted in Korea, in Japan, and also in Singapore. And we are already negotiating with all these countries. Petros is the licensing or the resource manager for the CCUS industry, and the project implementers, for example, Petronas, Shell, ExxonMobil, Equinor, and Storiga, and so on, will have to collaborate with Petros in order to do the CCUS industry. And the first project, CCUS project, has been awarded the licensing to Petros and also to Petronas at the M1 Kasawari project. The revenues. What are the revenues that Sarawak can get from the CCUS industry? Number 1 is through the licensing, number 2 is through the permits, and number 3 is through the carbon storage fees. Now these fees are now being calculated by our agencies, and eventually it shall be approved by the Cabinet. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I have 2 supplementary questions. Number one is what are the considerations to determine the tariff? And number two, how will the additional gas unlocked by CCS contribute to energy security Sarawak?
For Machan. Of course, the calculation will be based on three factors. Number one is the capital expenses. Number two is the operating expenses. And number three is the carbon pricing. So in the world, the trend is that more and more industries will go into carbon storage instead of going into carbon credits, which will end up in green washing. That is, they buy credits, but they do not reduce the carbon emitted by the industries. And secondly, for the second supplementary question, the additional gas will be an addition to our gas security, and this is very good because it can be used in our combined cycle gas power plants, and also it will contribute in our Sarawak gas roadmap. Thank you.